Good morning. This day didn't start out quite as planned since my son got sick in the early morning. But I shot Maddie a text and we both just decided that we should start our workday a little bit later. Once I got my son taken care of and back in bed, I decided to have a slow morning making some matcha and preparing for the Patreon book club's read this month, which is Game of Thrones. This is a gorgeous edition that Maddie gave me for Christmas, and I just used some simple tabs to separate out what my reading would be for each week. Now, because my son was sick, I did decide to cancel my spin class and opt in for an at-home Pilates. I use classes just from YouTube, and today I chose Move with Nicole. Maddie is going to be coming over here in a little bit to film an exciting new partnership. I'm really looking forward to this content. But before she gets here, I decided to get outside and give my dog Charlie a walk. We have the most beautiful park and the snow has been beautiful lately. Okay, that's it.
I love living in the Midwest, and also it gets very cold. When we throw the ball again, this guy needs to get his exercise. So do I.
Good morning. Today is a wonderful filming day. We are going to do our weekly FaceTime with Patreon, and we didn't catch up last week because it was Christmas, so we have a lot to catch the family up on. We dropped the reading tracker for 2026, and the community's already been using it and finding little bugs and stuff, so we need to get that fixed up and re-release probably next week, which is totally what we anticipated. Every time we do a spreadsheet, it's like we do as much testing as we can, but then we count on the community to find anything that we still need to correct before everyone starts using it for the year. So we have that. Kristen and I both did so much reading, so much binging over the holidays. So we have a lot of reading to catch up on with everybody. We're starting Game of Thrones, so there's lots to talk about. And then we're going to do our final wrap up of the year for YouTube and the podcast, and talk about, just everything we read in December. It's going to be very hard and stressful for me to pick favorites of the month, all that. So actually I'm going to do that now. I'm going to get some breakfast, and then I'm going to sit with my journal and my spreadsheet from last year and figure out what my ratings were for everything I read in December and get myself all prepped for making those videos. I got a lot of little goodies for Christmas. This shirt is my first Saison purchase. You can get it embroidered. So of course I got Howler on mine because who wouldn't? We love you, Red Rising. My favorite lips of the moment, I all got my stocking. This Elizabeth Arden sunscreen balm. It's literally lipstick. It smells like citrus, and it is just a nude balm, but it has SPF in it. The Edam, there you go. The Edam lip balm, you guys. The hype is real. It's not sticky, it's glossy, it's wonderful. And then I'm just, for a little bit of color, because obviously these don't have color, I'm using the Rhode one. I don't even remember what color I got it in. Maybe Stretch. Kristen also got me this for Christmas, so I will be reading a little bit of that this morning. So let's go get coffee and breakfast, and then I will get my reading, journaling, and a little bit of my ratings done before I go over to Kristen's, so we can knock out our day of filming. Okay, here's last year's spreadsheet. So let's just fill in the last rating. So Strength of the Few, was the last book I read in November. So here's everything I read in December, and I just need to fill in ratings for these so we can discuss on the pod. The Veiled Throne I already gave 4.75. It was immaculate. Hound of the Baskervilles, 3.5. Speaking Bones, 5 stars. So good. Oh my God. Harrow the Ninth. Ugh. This one completely fell apart for me. Like, completely fell apart.
Maddie's here. This is our setup right now. It's like a picnic in the living room situation while we watch a show that we can't disclose to you just yet. I can't believe you just straight up drank that tea for the ad. What is price so hot? I was like, be careful.
I like that action.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cut it.
We love going to the beach.
And then I will be taking the book out.
Yeah, a little. Bro, just seeing myself drinking tea makes me want to be drinking tea.
Well, that's good.
It is a really weird thing. My ASMR heart loves all these sounds. I'm just telling you that. Not the typewriter.
So what did we decide we were going to crop this, right?
I had a burrito for lunch. What are you making?
I'm reheating my Chipotle
Ooh.
from yesterday, and I even saved myself some queso, so.
No, you didn't. One thing about Maddie, she is a dip girly.
One thing about me is I may or may not be eating Chipotle in every vlog we ever do.
Maddie, I almost asked you if you wanted to go get Chipotle today, but I was like, Kristen, you have food at the house. You guys already got Chipotle very recently.
It's a weekly staple for me.
So we got a package from Lego this last week that we opened up and got some really cool sets, and Maddie built the like Hobbiton Bilbo Baggins home.
Isn't it so perfect?
I love that we also just have the night bus like cash
Yeah.
over here. And then we also have, wait, is this the
Harry
Dursleys?
Potter and Lord of the Rings are meeting on the Lego field.
But was even weirder was all these worlds were colliding, and then all of a sudden I heard that dun, 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 dun,
Not
dun, dun,
Star
dun.
Wars.
So the Star Wars Cantina music was playing. They're like, this is the party music. I said,
This
is the best mashup ever.
I know. This is Phil the Pony.
I just like want to live in this Lego house. Yeah, Maddie, it's really cool. How long did this take you to make?
Probably 8
The
hours.
Dragon. 8 hours? But audiobook, right?
Yeah.
Here's his ring. Oh my gosh. It's my 111th birthday. It's too fine a time to be amongst you all. Oh, goodbye. He's got it, put the ring on.
Maddie, this set was made for you.
It's so cute.
Remember how I said I have to pack so much stuff? My backpack right now has 12 books in it. 12 freaking books. Just hauling them in and out of cars, hauling them up and down the stairs. Who needs the gym? Here we are, back in the common room. Do a podcast, family FaceTime, and do a short form reading wrap up. All right, we finished our family FaceTime for Patreon. It was an hour. Yep, we never stopped talking. Now, I'm hoping that we got some good mail. What is this?
Somebody from Patreon sent us a gift.
What?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, let me see. Who is it from? Have you opened it?
Georgia, I think it's,
This is literally such a vibe. Stop.
I know, right?
I don't know if I want to put this on here because I just want to read it and cry in peace. This is so cute. No.
Yes, it's a Lord of the Rings tarot deck.
This is incredible. Oh my gosh. Ah!
If you guys have ever wondered how we film the monthly reading wrap-ups you're about to see, it's pretty clownin'. Because of the light in here, one of our chairs gets direct sunlight, and one of them does
not.
not. So there's always like a little bit of a light shift, but we try to minimize it by basically whoever sits in the leather chair is the hopper, and they have to move about to film the person who's in the gray chair. And lately, Kristen has taken on the gray chair duties.
Do you know why?
Why? Tell me.
You know the science. It's because our name is Chris and Mads, but the way we were sitting, it was looking like Mads and Chris. So people were thinking that Maddie was Chris, and I was like, I am Chris. So if I sit in this chair, which is technically Maddie's reading chair, and that one's Mitch's, if I sit here, people know Chris comes first, and I'm on the left of the screen. Are you going to ask me how many books I read? I'm going to start it like the normal.
Sure. Do you want all of that in the background?
All this crap? I don't care.
I'm cropping it out. No. How was your last month of the year?
Colorful. Very colorful.
How many books did you read?
12.
Okay.
All right. Bonjour. Now let's go over to
you
your
get to
side.
just sit where you are. Kristen doesn't have to move.
Okay, so I will ask you the Sam.
How's the mane?
Your hair?
Yeah.
It's Heron.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. How was your reading month?
A little less colorful. Very monochromatic. But it was amazing. I think I saved like my best reading of the whole year for the last 2 weeks of December. Successful day. Long day. Kristen just left to go home for her dinner. Mine is being cooked right now. Amazing. I was just going to put away all the books that we got out today. And while I'm at it, I've already changed my bookshelves around from last vlog where I told you guys that I had alphabetized everything. I feel like this can kind of grow with me at least for the next few months, and I shouldn't have to rearrange. And I'm just really liking the way it looks. It's working. It's working well. Here's what I did. I put all of my fantasy in these 8 shelves. I put romantasy on top. So I always call it like my urban fantasy or my magical realism, and then my epic fantasy is all like in these 6 shelves, and I did do them alphabetical. We start with Abercrombie, we go through Olivia Blake, we've got Cahill, Carrick, Chakraborty, we go into John Gwynne, and then we have my Growing Classics collection here at the end. Most of these are like Penguin Classics, but I have them in alphabetical order, and my Mistress of the Empire is still coming in the mail, so we've got a little spot for her right here when she comes in. Up here, I just put romantasy alphabetical like this, so, and I don't have much of it anymore, but I have like Carissa Broadbent, Cassandra Clare, Sarah J. Maas books, obviously, A Court of Thorns and Roses offends me color-wise, and I'm not going to rebuy them just to get them in the black spines right now, so they're turned. I did not bring down the Wheel of Time. Obviously, the Wheel of Time would be down here in Epic Fantasy, but I'm not going to be reaching for it very often, so I feel like it fits well and lives well just up there. And of course, the top 2 shelves are Mitch's. They're history nonfiction books. This is some YA and romance books. Again, I don't keep very many, and some are downstairs. I love this edition from the UK of Artificial Wisdom, and Kristen and I are dedicated in it at the back, like we're in the thank you acknowledgement. So that's very special to me, from Thomas Weaver. I have my Harry Potter and Manacled there. And since I've created room for myself, this is the most exciting thing. I'm going to show you guys in a second. Since I've created room for myself, there's little spots for displays. I have my wooden bowl here that I love with 2 of my favorite like philosophical home books. And then I have another piece of pottery here that I love. And then I have my signed paperback for Kristen and I from Pierce Brown of Red Rising. My right column. My right column is literary fiction up here, alphabetized, like contemporary fiction. It's not all literary fiction. I would say it's contemporary fiction. And then I have my historic fiction here, alphabetical by author. I decided to move the Lost Queen here, even though it's sometimes shelved with fantasy, because I don't feel like there's tons of magic in this. Yes, it's Arthurian legend, but it basically reads like straight historic fiction to me. Then we move into my sci-fi shelves, and I have 2 extremely tightly packed sci-fi shelves. So They are probably going to need to take over another shelf. And then down here, we have the unread books. I'm growing my teeny tiny little TBR for 2026. It's feeling better. It's feeling like I can grow with it. It's feeling strong. How did we achieve this, you may ask? This is the closet. And these are all of the books that are getting rehomed. That's how I made room on my shelves. I love all of these books and all of these authors pretty much. I think I'm going to give these away to members of our Patreon community because they're all special. They all are worth something. They're just all duplicates that I don't need. Over here, we have normal editions of books that were either duplicates I had or I just don't need them on my shelves anymore because I'm not going to reread them or lend them out. So these I'm giving to my friend Sarah. I think I already talked to you guys about that in my last vlog. This book I did not love. Wanted to love it. Didn't love it. All of these are getting rehomed, y'all.
Hey guys, this is my husband Kelly. We are both reading The Strength of the Few together. He is currently listening and physically reading. So he's 100 pages ahead of me, also because he read like 100 pages today. Weren't we at the same place yesterday?
Yeah, I think so.
So he's 100 pages ahead of me.
Part 3.
He's starting part 3. I'm literally on page 400 and he's like just finished page 500. So we're both going to get into reading those, and then this is what we're snacking on. We just had our anniversary, so Kelly got me some chocolates, but we're both eating them. Okay, that's all for tonight. I feel like this book is addicting, but it is long. Normally, I can read an average of 50 pages in an hour. I've mentioned this before. I don't know if these pages are just ginormous or if there's like more words on the page, but I can read like 30 pages in an hour. That's, I feel so low. So this is taking time, but it's really good. I'm gonna go get some good sleep, and I hope you guys have a good night. What's the secret here?
Lots of butter and salt.
But aren't you adding the Dorito flavor?
Yep. Paprika, garlic powder, onion powder.
It's so much butter, Mitch. Okay, 90 pages into The Expanse, and I'm just remembering why I love this story so much. I think it's gonna be a very, very quick read. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited to binge this series. It's so fun. I love the characters. So I'm turning out the lights. Gonna say goodnight to the vlog for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. And we will see you in the next one. Before we know it, it's going to be time to start getting ready to go to Egypt. So it's like January 2nd, but it's like we're off to the races, man. Let's go. Okay, have a good night, you guys. Bye.